Hey guys, J-Man here for a comic book review. Clobberin time. Okay, number one. Look, I just did a whole bunch of things saying Marvel's not that great. Modern comics aren't that good from the big two. Marvel, DC, the modern comics are never fulfill your expectations, and they're always kind of bad. But I do like Joe Fixit a lot. Hulk's one of my favorite characters. And actually, Ben Grimm is also one of my favorite characters, probably in the top 25, I would say. So he's up there. I've got a lot of Ben Grimm collectibles and stuff, so I always thought he was a cool character. You can see a little bit right there. So I thought, why not grab this? I do like when these guys team up, so I'm a bit of a mark for that. I'm going to review this comic using my SPACE method, which is story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 for bad, 2 for good. When you add up all your scores, you get a score out of 10. If any category gets a perfect score, if I give the artistry a 2 out of 2 on this book, that doesn't mean that the art in this book is equal to Alex Ross or Neil Adams or something like that. I review the comics against themselves. So this is a number one. It's a Hulk and Thing team up. So that comes with a certain level of expectation. It's called Clobberin time. Obviously you're looking for action and big fights and monsters and stuff. So how well does it deliver on its promise? Okay, that's how I rate these comics. So this is issue 1. There's nothing to compare it to. I can't compare it to issue 2, or if it was a few issues, I can compare it to itself. So let's take a look. I'm going to give the storyline a 1.5. No, I'm going to give the storyline a 2. Screw it. I'm going to give it a 2. Look, it's real simple, but you want it to be simple for this comic. Hulk and Thing get transported to this other world. They have to fight a big monster, then they fight a bunch of little demon characters to free some, they call nub-nubs. Ben calls them nub-nubs. They're these alien little creatures. I'll show them to you in a minute. He calls them nub-nubs, and they have to save them. That's it. Very simple story, but actually it was told in a kind of a fun way. There's a couple of cool little heroic things that happen, which I'll get to. Like there's a point in time where they defeat this big monster. And then after the monster's defeated, they're like, okay, thanks. But then the guy opens up a portal to let them escape. But as they're about to go back home, an army of these demon guys show up. So Hulk and Thing have to decide, do we go back home? This is our only chance to go home, or do we stay and fight to protect these people? Of course they stay and fight. So I like stuff like that. I think it's really cool. So perfect score for story. Again, that doesn't mean that this is better than V for Vendetta. I'm saying it's Hulk and Thing teaming up to fight guys in a book called Clobberin Time. I believe that this did deliver on its promise in the story department. In the pacing department, I am going to give it a 1.5. I'm not going to give it a perfect score because I do think that they could have had more action, and I think it could have started quicker. This doesn't have the full-on constipated comics that mostly Marvel and DC are up to, where you spend a lot of pages doing nothing. But I will say that there's like some cute stuff here, and there's the Watcher, and it's like this guy shows up and teleports them. I guess he needed to have some reason for why they get teleported. I just wish it would have been faster, like just teleport. It's only 2 pages. I'm still giving a 1.5, which means the pacing is good, but it could have been better. Could have taken that extra page and maybe done another round of fighting or something like that. For the art, this is a tough one because I think the art does fit this comic. I'm going to give the art 1.5. That seems high, and some people might not like this style. It is a bit panel-y, but there's some cool stuff like this. Like, it suits this comic is what I'm saying. Obviously, the art here is not better than some of your famous artists or whatever, but I think for this comic it fit pretty good. I would have liked it to be a little bit more, maybe a smidge better. Like, I'm not giving it 2 out of 2, I'm giving it 1.5. So I do think it could have been a little bit better, but still pretty good. For characters, I'm going to give the characters I'm actually going to give the characters a 2. It's Hulk and Thing, man. Look, this section characters, I love Hulk and Thing, just them teaming up. So I'm a bit biased. It's hard to be objective when you love the characters. You just want to see them team up and fight guys, and there's a lot of fighting. There's like a lot of fighting in this. So I'm giving that 2 out of 2. So where are we at here? I gave it 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're at 7 already. Wow, that's already higher than most Marvel comics. Let me just think about that again. So I gave it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, let's go to 8 out of 10. I think this deserves the 8 because it was fun. And that is what is missing in a lot of these Marvel comics. They weren't trying to do some philosophical thing or, you know, write a screenplay for a movie, or, you know, they didn't really introduce any, you know, like woke crap that everyone always complains about. Like there's nothing. It's just the two guys fighting all of these other demons. So this is as close to like perfect as you're gonna get. Joe Fixit to me is a 10 out of 10. I believe I gave that a 10. That's the highest standard of Marvel right now. But this was a lot of fun. There's gonna be an issue 2 I saw at the end here. So I'll check out issue 2. I mean, if this is gonna be if this is gonna be a Thing team up book, so he's with Hulk, then he's gonna be with Wolverine. One of my favorite comic books of all time is Marvel 2-in-1, and that is actually why I like the Thing so much. I actually prefer the Thing in the 2-in-1 comics versus the Fantastic Four comics. I know that's like hyper blasphemous, but I didn't collect Fantastic Four comics. I collected Marvel 2-in-1, and I don't remember who was on the Fantastic Four at that time. Maybe She-Hulk or somebody, so or Crystal, or I don't know who was on there. But I really like Thing teaming up with other guys. So if that's what this is actually going to be, then that's pretty exciting. So I'm going to stick with 8 out of 10. Let me know what your thoughts are on Clobberin Time. I just bought this on a whim because it was these two guys. That was the only reason. Found out it was a lot of fun. So let me know what your thoughts are on Clobberin Time, guys. All right, until next time.